Article 370. Article 370 is a special article specifically propounded into the Constitution of India in respect to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. It's another very controversial article, like 44, I said, Uniform Civil Code. Now there is a history behind Article 370. After independence, when Britishers left, they gave options to all the princely states if they want to declare themselves independent, or they want to merge with India, or if they want to merge with Pakistan. So there is a history of Article 370, because when the Britishers left, they gave options to all the princely states whether they want to merge to India or to Pakistan or to declare themselves independent. Several states merged into India, several states opted to merge into Pakistan. Some of the states, including Jammu and Kashmir, did not opt either India or Pakistan. The king of Jammu and Kashmir then, Raja Hari Singh, wished that he want to be independent. He did not want to merge to Pakistan. He did not want to merge to India. Unfortunately, at that time, there was a paradox in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And please remember, these are not political views, purely academically constitutional views. So don't feel offense if there is some political connotation to it. Raja Hari Singh said he wants Jammu and Kashmir to be an independent country, neither part of Pakistan nor part of India. The paradox about the fact of Jammu and Kashmir was that the king was Hindu and the majority of the population was Muslim. So, Jammu and Kashmir neither merged to India nor to Pakistan, but immediately after the declaration of independence, certain tribes of Pakistan attacked Jammu and Kashmir, claiming that the partition had happened on the basis of religion, and the religious majority of this area is Muslim, hence this area should come into Pakistan. The king, who was a Hindu, sent an SOS to Government of India that please save my state. These invaders have attacked us. And the Government of India, under the leadership of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, stated that on what basis should I send our army to defend you, because you are not part of us. You declared your wish to be independent. So we cannot exceed our territory. Our army cannot exceed into your territory. Realizing his mistake, Raja Hari Singh rushed to Delhi and signed a deed of accession of Jammu and Kashmir to India. That deed of accession declared that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. Immediately after the sign of this deed of accession, Indian army was marched to protect the boundaries of now India, because Jammu and Kashmir became a integral part of India with the sign of the deed of accession by Raja Hari Singh and the Government of India. So the army marched towards the territory, and the battle between the Indian army and the proxy army of Pakistan. Proxy army, why I am saying? Because they were denominated as tribals, but they were backed by Pakistan army then. So the battle began. And Indian army could succeed in pushing back those tribals to substantial area. But when the then Pakistan realized that the Indian army may push these tribals beyond the territory of Jammu and Kashmir, they cried hoarse into United Nations. That a battle situation has occurred, we all are naive countries, we have just got independent and the battle is happening and this and that. And then when the question was rose at that time in the United Nations, it was decided that all right, you feel that Jammu and Kashmir, the population of Jammu and Kashmir religiously being Muslims want to merge to Pakistan. The king has wrongly declared and signed the deed of accession with India, and the majority wants it with Pakistan. All right, let us ask the public at large what the public wants. So United Nations, there is a resolution passed that very well, public of Jammu and Kashmir will be asked whether you want to merge into Pakistan or you want to merge into India or you want to remain independent. And that word is called plebiscite. Now when this plebiscite situation was agreed upon by India and Pakistan as well as by Jammu and Kashmir, the question arose when to hold that plebiscite. Now Pakistan said, all right, hold plebiscite. India said, all right, hold plebiscite. But for holding plebiscite, India said that you have to go back to the situation prevailing on the day of independence. Not after the date when you entered into the territory and half of the territory you captured. You vacate that. Then the whole Jammu and Kashmir can be brought under the election commission or a plebiscite committee of the United Nations and hold plebiscite. Whether the public wants to be part of India, part of Pakistan, or want to remain independent. But for holding plebiscite, you create that environment. You go back. You have encroached that territory. Half of the territory is with you, which is now in India called POK, Pakistan Occupied Kashmir. Unless you vacate that Pakistan occupied Kashmir, there cannot be a question of any plebiscite. You have to restore the original position. We are ready to hold plebiscite. But Pakistan, being greedy, never went back. From that day, had that the resolution of United Nations would not have been there, history says Indian army would have captured the entire territory. But Pakistan realized that the Indian army may march ahead, so they went to United Nations. Please stop, stop, stop. Things were stopped. Plebiscite was agreed. But for plebiscite, one of the conditions is that the Pakistan will withdraw. But they have not withdrawn. Hence, there was no plebiscite till date. But because we were talking about the constitutional part of it, Article 370, because the deed of accession was already signed by the then ruler of Jammu and Kashmir, it held validity. Because the king was a recognized king. He was not an encroached king. So that the people of Jammu and Kashmir never questioned the authority of the king. He was a recognized king. Suppose a government of India signs a deed with any other country, will it not be a recognized deed? So similarly, the king had signed a deed with India. So India said that this part becomes an integral part because that deed of accession says so. You must withdraw. Now, the situation became again volatile when, because there was no plebiscite and India declared that this is on the basis of the deed of accession, the entire Jammu and Kashmir is integral part of India, there were again infiltrations, a warlike situation. So in 1973, there was a pact between then Indian Prime Minister and the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and Mr. Bhutto, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. And that pact was called Shimla Pact, because that pact was signed in Simla. According to that, a boundary was demarcated that neither you will encroach that nor we will encroach till this situation is resolved. And that boundary is called LOC, line of control. That please control yourself, we will control ourselves. And that is why it is called LOC. सिनेमा याद आ रहा है क्या? LOC सिनेमा बना उसी पर है, पर ये LOC कहाँ से आया वो ये है उसकी हिस्ट्री. Now this LOC is also breached by Pakistan day in day out. We all see in the news that infiltrations take part. They breach LOC also, and our army protects that LOC. But the situation remains, India says that POK is also part of India. Pakistan, who predominantly propagates that he has not captured POK, they are fighting for the independence of Kashmir. They never said that Pakistan has occupied Kashmir. They say we are fighting for the independence of Kashmir, and that is why these militants are freedom fighters of Kashmir. They propagate that. And that is why this fight goes on. But the truth is that Pakistan has already captured that POK, and they are the ones who have infiltrated Pakistanis into POK. Whereas India has still maintained that sanctity of the boundary of Jammu and Kashmir, and no Indian is allowed to purchase land into Jammu and Kashmir unless you are born resident and a born citizen of Jammu and Kashmir. Now that is why Indian constitution, again maintaining that sanctity of that accession and UN Charter, gives a special status to state of Jammu and Kashmir and mentions that under Article 370. I am sure that answers, Sardarji. Thank you so much. Any other question? Thank you so much.